come the Wolves. 2-on-1 with Morrow, open on the right around this line. Defenceman fires, he scores! Morrow's first pro goal wins in overtime for Chicago. 1:50 left in overtime. Scott Morrow pushes it in on the 2-on-1 over Stevenson. The Wolves get the 2 points tonight.
It ricocheted, beat Krona, but it hit the pipe. Morrow, he'll shoot and score from the top of the right circle. Scott Morrow with a shot over the right shoulder of Krona at 7:13.
Ryan at the line. Suzuki stretching for. It comes to Morrow. Out in front, a swing by Gummer. A drive by Ryan. He scores!
The defenseman down below the goal line at the right point. Flip towards the front. Another pad save. Rebound. They score. It's Brendan Lemieux, who was parked right at the top of the crease.
Put it to the net. A bobble off of Weeks. Felix Ungersorum to Ronan Seeley. Lets it go. He scores! And the Wolves open up the scoring. Took it away. Boy, Marcel with the block, and he nearly had the breakaway.
Yeah, good read. Easy read, I think, there for a goaltender. You can see where the puck is and just get out there and move it.
Out in front, a tip by Brendamore, he scores! Morrow saw him, and he put the puck right in the blade for Brendamore, and the Wolves hit.
There's collect for a moment, but tapped away, and now it's the Wolves' turn for a 2-on-1 down the right side. Slavin into the middle, Suzuki a chance, and they score!
Back out in front, that just misses. Seeley keeping it in. Now Ungersorum in the final seconds of the first. Wolves looking for their second lead. Ungersorum out in front, cut in. They score! What a finish out in front by Scott Morrow. And with a half a second left in the first, the Wolves lead. And the Wolves will work their way in with some numbers. 4-on-3, the drop off. Wagner's shot blocked out in front by Vero. Wolves keep the zone. Amo Salmi weaving his way deep into the slot. A drag.
Nice and slow. Get it to the net. Let the guys battle.
Ronan Seeley put it to the net. Off the rebound, it goes back to Morrow. They score! Morrow's got a 3-point game, and the Wolves lead by 3. 4-1 early.
Force the body and the puck into the neutral zone. Strong on it.
Dumped in, and Morrow will shoot it out for the hat trick. He scores! A 4-point game for Scott Morrow, and that will salt.
Circle, go the Wolves with the puck. Pulling up, Felix Ungersorum now near side, a feed right in front, they score. It went right to Ungersorum with an empty net, no chance. And Chicago gets the power play goal, grabbing a 1-0 lead.
They'll shift it low. Brendamore's camped out in front, taking a little stick work, trying to fight for position. On the roll, Tyson Jost. Jost looking, Smith, one-timer, he scores! Powder River in a 3-2.
Left wing now, Ungersorum wheels around the perimeter into the right circle. Ungersorum centers off of a stick. Poirier folds back over, but it goes in. They score. Ungersorum puts his team back in the lead 4-3.
Knocked ahead by the Wolves. They have a 2-on-1. Carried in by the defenseman Morrow. Morrow fakes back door. They score! How pretty was that? The finishing touch. Noel Gunler. His team leading 8 through. That was blocked. Wolves keep it going. Bobbled by Robida. Gets into the corner. Gunler to Morrow. He scores! How pretty was that? Tic-tac-toe. And a Chicago Wolves goal to give them a 1-0 lead. As they attack, and then Morrow shot, he scores! 2 goals for Scott Morrow and a 3-0 lead for the Wolves.
Get it to Morrow. There you go.
Now a rolling puck. It's dead on. Does it have enough? He scores! A hat trick for Morrow. His second of the season. Adder now will wrist up the boards. Cut off by Sweeney. Caddick. Wolves in. Sweeney shoots. He scores! Nick Sweeney Bart.
Opened up for the goaltender to see.
Ungersorum to Morrow. Fakes, now fires. Rodriguez saves. Rebound, they score! Loose change out in front. And Nikita Pavlichev. Suzuki to Morrow. Here's Pavlichev. Wanted Morrow out in front. Now Suzuki shoots. He scores! If at first you don't. Slides it through the top of the crease. Fensore fakes. Morrow, deep slot. Chance for Wagner. And Adelia stop. Morrow keeps the zone. Wolves score! A Morrow shot, a redirect by Nick Swaney. And the Swain train keeps on chugging.
Exhausted, Brindley behind the net, gets his stick back. Morrow left circle, and they score. Pounded home by the Wolves. Bradley Nadeau. Chicago finds a way to win the game. On it, it's brought to you by the power play, that is this puck off a stitch, and in front, Sawchenko with a save, the rebound. Morrow scores. It's a shorthanded goal for Scott Morrow, and some tough luck for the Monsters.
Wolves win the drop. Back up to Morrow straight away. Fensore near circle, he scores. It's a power play goal for the Wolves. Dominic Fensore finds the back of the net, and Chicago.
Fensore trying to push it out in front, dribbles to the corner boards. Here's Morrow. Back door. Nadeau shoots, he scores! Bradley Nadeau can.
Leipin got a piece of it and knocked it away. Jalen Leiping playing in pro game number 100 tonight. Most of the time with the Ice Hogs, and some games as well with the Fuel, and they score off a wacky play. Straight start for Mitchell. Off the faceoff, Athanasiou had his stick knocked out of his hand. Stick to the middle, they score. It's Scott Morrow who snaps it over the glove of Weeks. Athanasiou was barking.
Here's a shot, they score! Gundler off the faceoff, and the Wolves have the lead. Suzuki, they'll give it off to Nadeau. Now the Wolves get in their formation. Morrow looks to Robida. Back across Nadeau. One! Morrow has to hustle with Gutman on his tail.
That's trouble there because there's so much snow. The puck just stopped. If a Rockford player was going, he might have.
Now Nadeau is moving up ice. He shoots. He scores! It's the Browns.
To me, Korchinski thought he was getting a minor. He looked back at the referee.
Yeah. And now here's Morrow between the rings. Shoots. He scores! A 3-point game for Scott Morrow. And
Half seconds left here in the third period. Huru and Yaska are the two centers. Huru wins another one in his own zone. It's a battle for the puck behind the net. Couple players aside, it comes free to the corner. Yaska to Fensore, D to D for Morrow. Backdoor to Yaska, he scores and ties the game with 19 and a half.